Welcome back, friends and family. Today, after watching one of my favorite YouTube channels on here, link in the description, they featured a beautiful 1932 Roadster with a track nose and fenders. And since I love 60s cars, 60s hot rods, and I love fenders on hot rods, I was thinking I share this issue where that particular car was featured in with you guys. So let's get this started. This is Hot Rod Magazine of February 1961. As I heard in the video, where you can watch the link down there, it's been featured in a lot of other magazines, and I'm sure I have a Rodin Custom where it also was featured, but I couldn't really find that because I don't really know which year and which issue. But I gonna look for it, and then I gonna probably link that also somewhere in the description over here. So let's get started. On the cover we see a really cool slingshot dragster with two front blown fuel injected small block Chevys, and they both have Spalding flamethrower distributors or magnetos, as you wanna, or rotophase or whatever they are, and cool. I always had a thing for front blowers. I think they're so cool. One fuel pump, two fuel injection systems for two front blowers for two engines, which is really cool. I wonder what kind of fuel injection that is. Is it an Argon or is it a Hilborn? I tend it's an Argon, but I have no idea. I'm not a fuel injection guy. So also we have the 61 drag rules, I guess, and new sparkled paint. I love metal flake paint, and I don't know. There's so much what is really confusing because everybody puts metal flakes on their car now since a couple of years. I flaked my roof in 2005, and I know we are in the 60s. I'm a stupid kid, but everybody called me, I can't say those words on here, but yeah, then it got all hyped, and now it's a thing. But I think if you like cars, metal flake paint always was cool. So this is what's going on in this issue. As I said, the channel that's the car we're gonna talk the most, I think, today, since it was featured on My Classic Car. And I also think, now thinking about it, I think it also was featured in a Rotor's channel. I'm pretty sure I have that issue. And I hope I don't just make up stuff to sound all like smart and stuff. But look at that beautiful, beautiful little truck there. Looks cool. That paint kind of looks like a la carte. But who am I? I should read those things before I talk with you guys. But the paint really looks like that. Beautiful. 33, 34. Oh my god, those Lee plastic taillight lenses. What I think is kind of lame, because I'm not into mainstream Fords and Chevys and stuff like this, because you mostly see those for Chevys, for all like mostly like 55 Chevys, I think, and for all like the 57, 58, 59 Fords. And it's cool, but I wish they would have, I wish they would made more for like not so popular cars. But I get it, they had to run a business. It just would have been cool to see stuff like this for Olds and Buicks, and just picture like a 54 Hudson taillight with a weird lens like this. That really would be cool, especially for you hot rod guys. Okay, there we have some dragsters. Cool. Also 2 engines. Chain driven blowers. But they're kind of small blowers, huh? There are 471 blowers. That looks nice. Nice looking Model A. I just go through like slow, so maybe you want to pause and read that. Oh yeah, there we have go-karts. I don't know if you guys are into go-karts or not. I'm not. They're cool, but I don't know. Chevy's Research Roadster. With a mid-engine. Ooh, all aluminum V8. Wow, look at that. Crazy manifold. Cool. So it looks like it's a Rochester fuel injection unit, but the intake manifold looks way different. So it's probably longer runners, I guess, for higher RPMs. The front suspension looks kind of normal. Wow, and finned aluminum inboard brakes, almost like a Jaguar. Nice. And a quick change. That rear end would be cool to have on a hot rod. Really cool looking. Okay, the drag rules. I don't really know if you're into the drag rules since they're probably outdated by now. That's funny. Crazy. Oh, look at that. Beautiful 57. No, that's not a... Oh, fuck, I just saw the taillights. That's a Mopar. Man, how cool is this? Looks like a model kit. So cool. Also 2 engines. Beautiful kit car. Oh my god, is that beautiful. Okay guys, hear me out, okay? You probably like already been down that path and you probably all read the Jalopy channel and you're on the hemp and the rotor channel and stuff like this, but I have to say, no matter what people say on there, and I know everybody in the end, they all just want a 32 or 33, 34 or whatever. And I get it, but like if I could build like a Kellison or something, oh my god, even a Cheetah, it's the coolest looking car ever. It just needed, like, to me, of course, like a Chevy small block. If you watch my other videos, I don't really like Chevy small blocks, but I think you can build that thing so cool. That thing would be 10 times cooler with a 409 or something like that, and Hilborn and check, it just stacks through the roof, through the hood. That would be cool. Well, those are just my 2 cents. Look at those aluminum flywheels. There we have the setup that you've seen on the cover. Really cool. Really cool. I wonder if, sucks, you can't see the oil pump, the pickup, if they bent that, and if they have like custom oil pans, or is it just like they just fill those engines so it's kind of full. I don't know. I bet those guys are like, you know, gearheads and they do the right thing. Sometimes I just wonder. Well, just count the fuel lines, then you know what's under there. Log manifold with a couple of, there we have it. Cool. And no belt drive, guys. No water pump, no nothing. Beautiful. Just beautiful. No drive shaft. I love the front wheels. Cool. Okay, there we have a little truck. Looks nice. He looks a little bit skeptical. Look at that guy, he doesn't look really that happy. Lancers. Nice interior, just clean little car. Not too crazy with the engine. Looks nice, and still fenders and bumpers. What year is that? I know that 32, 33, 34 is always the same. That it also, like, it always has a 32 grill on it. And then they change, but I don't know when. And yeah. What I do know is, because I always want real Lancers, they only fit on Ford or Mopar wheels. So it's kind of hard if you don't have a Ford or a Mopar. You have difficulty sticking those on. So I always wonder how the bump guys are doing that all the time. Nice little roadster with a Hemi. That looks nice. No radiator. Looks so cool. I love on a roadster if you can see through the radiator, through the grill, and there's no radiator. Like this, looks so cool. Many years ago I was with a friend and we were driving to a guy who has a 33 with a fuel injected 394 olds, and he has the radiator in the trunk and no front grille. And I think a 32, 34 Ford looks so cool. The grill shell looks so nice, but it always bothers me if you have the top hood on and on the side you see the radiator and the support for that. That doesn't look as nice. But yeah, that thing really looked cool. Is that the Weekend Warriors set kit from Moon with the little pump? Cool. Okay, let's keep this going. Okay, go-kart. I hope you don't mind, but I'm just gonna skip that. There, look at that. That's a Chevy, or isn't it? Oh yeah, it is a 30 and a 50 old rear end and a Buick Nailhead power blend, and it's turbocharged or supercharged in that case. Sorry. That's pretty cool. Really cool. I love the Nerf bars. This looks like a Lindbergh model kit. Looks like it's Olds powered. I just see the front there. That looks like an Oldsmobile engine. Oh yeah, 57 Olds, 371. No adjustable rockers. I can tell you that because it doesn't have those dimples. Okay, here Mr. Eliminator. Also looks, what is that? It's either Cadillac or later Olds. Oh yeah, I love reading that. 1959 Olds, so it's a 394. Square bore and stroked. Wow. Wow, 462 cubic inches. And the best cam and angle cam. Push rods and lifters. With Gota rocker arms. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful setup. And they shortened the Moon front cover. Do you see that? Do you see how they welded that? Beautiful. I have that Moon front cover, and I also have I don't know, something else. Yeah, Dakota rockers. There we have another dragster. No, it's still the same one. Wow. Magneto. Really cool. And Max in the rear and in the front. Those look like, are those 16s? I don't know. Look like 16s. So there we have a little 33. What are those hubcaps? Those hubcaps look familiar. They look like maybe Ford Thunderbird? No. Also Olds powered. So it's a 56, 324. Has 345 cubic inches, 11.75 to 1 compression. So those yarn pistons, they are domed pistons. They weigh more than a house. They're really heavy and it's a hard time to balance that engine with those pistons. I always wanted those, never could find them, but you really crank up the compression with those. What you also could do, you could get later like 371 and 394 pistons, but they're kind of too big for an early engine. But the deck on those, on the block of a later engine is lower. So if you get those later 4 inches out of a 371, you also add a little bit more compression. So this is the car that I wanted to share with you guys. This is the car that was featured on My Classic Car, and it looked like he was like either one of those fancy auto concourse things. I really didn't listen to it that much, but I just stared at the car because it's that light, like a mix between like lilac and yeah, I don't know, like a rose lilac color. I don't know, it's hard to describe. So he said first the car was baby blue and it was called baby blue, and then later that car got sold to Seattle and they added the fenders because of the weather. Like I just discovered I ripped another magazine into pieces, but overall a really beautiful car. Chevy small block, powered, a crate engine at the time. Beautiful. I love the nose. It has an aluminum nose, and sadly you don't see the hood because the hood is also lowered, and it's just really good looking with the hood on, I think. And those little nerf bars, the chromed I-beam axle, and it just has the right stance. A beautiful car. So you might want to pause that so you can read through this. And you might want to pause this if you want to read through that. But overall, a really, really beautiful car. And as I said, I think it was featured in the Roaders channel and in a Road and Custom magazine as well. If I find those, I'm gonna put those in like the description over here as well. And we can talk about those too. If you have more information or you like my magazines, my videos, please let me know, okay? And we can talk about stuff if you wanna. Beautiful interior. I love those seats. But then thinking about it, that guy must be really small because you're really cramped in the 3 window, I think. And there he's sitting. Yeah, he must be a small fella. Beautiful dragster. And that thing also looks cool. Magnesium rims, man. Wow, if you ask me, I'm in love with this thing. Just the right stance, Hemi powered. So cool. Cool. Man, really cool car. Beautiful. Oh, there we have the chopper car. What was the story about those? So I know that they both were at a show, and Ed Roth also had one with rotors, and then something came loose and it hurt a kid or something. There we have a Mercury. So those taillights are on that car, I guess. I don't know. Love the tires. Okay, Dragging in the Desert. What do we have? Another beautiful kit car. So cool. Wow, look at this thing. A GMC 6-banger. Classic looking 32. Just gonna zoom in for you guys for that awesome art on the grill. Cool. Nine seconds. Little Fiat Topolino. Yeah, those 60 magazines are full with that go-kart stuff. The Ramblers of Portland. I mean, this looks cool. Fuel injected Hemi or something. Cool. Those are always so cool. Okay, so I hope you guys liked it. I think I don't have to put so much stuff in this video. I'm just gonna look for all the links and then I load this thing up. I hope you guys like it and see you in the next one. Or you want to buy a 32 for, doesn't have a price on it, $1,800. And sorry, it's a Model A with a little Hemi in it for $1,800. There you have a nice Hemi for, doesn't say the price nowhere. Wow, look at this thing. Wow, Lincoln Continental. Weird. I don't know if this is something people want. Maybe like classic car collectors, if it has the big V. Oh no, it has a 55. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, sorry, I should call this Watch Me Destroy Old Magazines, because recently every magazine that I touched falls apart. Okay, hope you like this and hopefully see you in the next one. And if you like it, please, you might want to share it with your friends on Facebook, I don't know, with your car buddies. Maybe even someone shares it on the hemp. That would be cool. If not, anyways, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Goodbye.